17 and 18, huh? We have finished. Now let's go to 19 and Tasmadasaktasadatam karyam karma samachara asakto yacharam karma paramapnoti purusha karmanaiva visansiddhim asthita janakadaya loka sangrahamevapi sampashyam kartumarhasi. Nageshri, 19.
It is through action without attachment alone that Janaka and others
19.
Therefore,
go on efficiently doing your duty at all times without attachment. Doing work without attachment, man attains the supreme.
So Nalik, 20.
It is through action without attachment alone that Janak and other wise men reach perfection. Having in view the maintenance of the world order too, you should take to action.
Alright, take the meanings. Tasmat means?
Therefore.
Correct. Therefore. Lawyer's favorite word. Therefore, my lord. Samachar, perform. Karma, action. Karyam, as a duty. Therefore, perform actions as a duty. Satatam, constantly, continuously, at all times. How? Asakta, without attachment. Therefore, continuously do all your actions like a duty without attachment. Acharan, performing karma, work. Asakta, unattached. Purusha, man. Apnoti, attains. Param, Paramatma, the Supreme. He, certainly. See the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. This Udesh, which we will go into it more deeply, is valid for anybody. It is not just a spiritual teaching. Whether you are a sadhak, whether you are working in an office, whether you are running a business, whether you are a mother running a house, if you follow this, man attains the Supreme, certainly. Certainly. Itna guarantee you will not give your client in your office. Karmana, by performing prescribed duties, is eva only. Janaka Adhyay, Adhyay meaning Adi, Janaka etc. and other wise men. Astitaha, attained. Samsiddhim, perfection. He, certainly. Sampashyan, considering. Sampashyan, considering. Loka sangraha, welfare of the masses. Sukh of everyone, kalyan of everyone. Eva api, only. Arhasi, you should. Kartum, perform actions.
Let us repeat the last words.
Arhasi, you should. Kartum, perform actions, work. Verse number 19 is very important. It is Bhagwan's first Upadesh. Till now, he has been giving Gyan. But now he is giving Upadesh. And we know it because of the word Tasmat, therefore. So first, Bhagwan gave all the full logical reasoning. Why to perform action, how to perform action, what happens. He explained Srishti Chakra, right? And after doing all that, he's telling him, now this is what you have to do, Upadesh. This is the way Vedanta, our technique is to teach. What is it? What is the technique? You explain a logical thought. Okay? Then you give the Upadesh. And then you give a testimonial or an example to prove that it is not something coming out of the top of my head. It is used and proved to work. That is why Bhagavad Gita appeals to the intellect. The intellect wants reasoning. And it has to be trained. Intellect has to be trained to use Vivek. By itself, it does not use Vivek. By itself, without training, what happens? The mind starts working. The mind is operating on emotions. The mind operates from sentiments, from sentimentality. It acts on sentiments. I feel bored. I feel hurt. I feel neglected. I feel insulted. With all that mischief of the mind. But once you train the intellect, the buddhi, through reasoning, then it will very easily be able to understand Sat and Asat, truth and untruth, false, reality and illusion. The problem with the mind is that it acts impulsively. I feel like this. So fatak se some poison comes out of the mouth. I react. With emotions, I react. And you know, if you react like this without thinking, based on an emotion, based on sentimentality, then, sorry to use such a unpleasant example. Just like you cannot control your vomit. When vomit comes, is it easy to control? No. It just has to come out. So when you go on emotions, then when anger comes, you vomit out mal. Krodh is a mal, anger. It is poison which you are vomiting out. And when you do that without thinking, can you control where you will vomit also? Sometimes it is very difficult to run to the bathroom. So you vomit on precious things, expensive things, good things, right? Similarly, when you get angry, you are vomiting your anger on your precious people. People who love you. People who take care of you. People who you should be respecting rather than throwing your mal on them. Dirty mal. And take it on the opposite side also. The mind doesn't only operate out of anger in emotion. It can also be very happy also. When you are very happy also, then also you are impulsive. You may be very unhappy and angry if you are working on mind, out of mind. When you are very happy also, and why are you so happy? Can you tell me why are you so happy? Some desired result. You got some desired result. कुछ मिला जो आपको चाहिए. You got that. So some desire is fulfilled. How long? Temporary. All desires don't fulfill you continuously. So when the desire stops fulfilling you, then there is no feeding of the man. Your happiness was being fed by a desire which was fulfilled. Now desire no more fulfilling you. Mind is not getting fed by emotion and sentimentality. Then what happens? No more happy. Oh, happiness has gone. And then if it continues like that, that happiness will become gussa because the desire is not being fulfilled. So from being very happy, you will go into lack, then you will go into disappointment, then you will go into frustration, then you will go into anger. This is the mischief of the mind. Therefore, instead of continuously feeding the mind with emotions and sentimentality, train the intellect. Train the intellect. Develop viveka. How? Good question. How to develop? The most simple sadhana that I have ever started in Siva. Witness. But because it is so simple and easy, no one bothers to do it. Because you all want some very bhayanak sadhana. And when you stand on one leg for 1 month, ego gets satisfied. I can't do it. Will you witness it? Don't do. It's okay. Here, Bhagwan Krishna is appealing to Arjun's intellect. In the first verse, Arjun was a victim of emotion. He was a victim. He was ready to give up everything. This emotion business is rubbish. Then, when I say this, and not the first time I'm saying it, then I know some people, I can see their face, who want love and all is not good to have. You're saying emotion. Yes or no?
Yes.
The thought came in your mind or not?
Not in mind.
Love God, then no. If you want to love so much, love God, sublimate that. If you want to love and get permanent happiness from your loved one, you have to love something that is permanent. Do not expect permanent happiness from a temporary person. Right? How foolish we are. We want to love and be happy. Love yourself, Atma. Atma Rati become. Don't, that is why honeymoons are so happy. Honeymoon, that person is feeding your emotion. My sweetheart, you are so beautiful. You are so this. I've never seen someone as great as you. Unfortunately, after the honeymoon, they see somebody. Then what happens, God knows.
Another honeymoon.
Angel is nodding wisely. That's why she's not getting married. She's looking for permanent happiness.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
No honeymoon business.
No.
See, in the ancient times, one very beautiful practice was there of Shastra, spiritual debates. So, in those days when Adi Shankaracharya was there were many schools of thought. There was Adhyay Vedanta, there was Dvait Vedanta, there was Buddhism also, there was Jainism also, there was Charvak also. There were so many different schools of thought. So now, and because there were so many different schools of thought, there was fighting. My school of thought is greater than your school of thought. And so they had a beautiful way of resolving this problem. Not like today, where egos come in the way and nobody is ready to accept that anybody else could be right or wrong. So what Adi Shankaracharya specifically did was that he created these spiritual debates. So now I challenge you to a spiritual debate. Do you accept?
Let Sampradaya challenge.
He'll accept. So one person will say something, then that person has to reply, then he has to ask the question, then I have to reply, and this will go on and on and on till one of the people can no longer reply. So when that person can no longer reply, that person willingly accepts defeat and becomes the shishya of the one who challenged. Either way. So become the shishya, not just accept defeat and say, okay, you're right, by the way, it's okay. No, actually say, I accept you as my guru. Become shishya means what? It's a big thing. It's not like today how you take guru and all. It's no importance. But in those days it was very important. He leaves his family, he leaves his belief, he leaves everything, he follows the guru wherever the guru goes. That much importance. Okay. So that is where the debates were based not on sentimentality, it was not based on emotions, it was based on vivek, it was based on buddhi. And in Ashtavakra Gita also, Janaka, Ashtavakra became guru of Janaka. How? Because in Janaka's court, he won the Shastra against Janaka's main advisor, and who was very, very proud. And for many, many decades, he had never been defeated in a Shastra. And Ashtavakra's father, who had got defeated by that scholar, had been made prisoner and maybe humiliated. So Ashtavakra won that, and then It was not the scholar who became the Shishya, but the king who became the Shishya. So Shastras are a beautiful way of resolving these spiritual debates. Here also, Bhagwan is appealing to Arjun's buddhi. He said, don't get emotionally carried away that your guru is there. Don't get emotionally carried away that the Kurukshetra war is against family members. Don't get carried away that ladies will suffer. You remember? He gave that the women of the society will suffer. This will happen, that will happen. Don't get emotional. Think carefully. If you don't fight the war, dharma will become established and dharma will suffer. If you don't fight the war, your soldiers also will not be inspired to fight the war. If you don't do your fight the war, you will not be doing your own dharma as a Kshatriya. Because the job of a Kshatriya is to fight and protect the dharma and society. So here, Bhagwan is giving Upadesh and appealing to Arjun's intellect.